Good morning, class. Myself, Mrs. Monica Paret. Welcome to Science class, Standard 7, Chapter number 3, Properties of Natural Resources. Yesterday, we have seen the properties of water. From that, what we have seen? That water is found in the three states. Which are that states? Solid, liquid, and gases. In a form of solid, we have found the water into the ice. Ice is the example of solid state of water. Ordinary water, normally which we are using in your house, it's the example of the liquid water. Or normally the water, its normal state of water is a liquid state. And the water vapors present in the air is the example of gaseous form of water. And we have also seen the few properties of water. What are that? That water can escape from the small tiny hole. As we go in a depth of the any containers in which water has stored, the pressure of water goes on increasing on the container. We also saw that water flow from higher level to the lower level. And we have seen that water does not contains any shape. It's colorless. Also, it's a transparent, no? So colorless. It's transparent one. It does not have any color. Okay, and it does not have any shape, but it has a mass and volume. Next, we have seen that water expands while freezing. That means when the water gets converted to the ice, it will expand. That means its volume is going to be increase and its density is going to be decrease. That's why we have seen this example that ice floats on the water. Again, we have seen the formula for the density. What it is? That is, density is equal to mass upon volume. So, the unit of density will be gram per cc. That is gram per centimeter cubic centimeter. We have seen also anomalous behavior of water. It's the peculiar one. How it is? That is, till the 4 degrees Celsius it will be normal. That as that of any other substances, while temperature is lower, the density will increase and the volume will goes on decrease. But once it reaches to the 4 degrees Celsius, what happened with the water? Its density will start decreasing and the volume will start increasing. That's why it's called as anomalous behavior of water. And from this we have also seen the maximum density of water will be 4 degree Celsius. See, it's the 4 degree Celsius is more dense, that's why it's the bottom of the lake, and so less dense will be 3 degree, after that 2 degree, after that minus 1, 1 degree, and the 1 degree and 0 degree the ice formed. And as the ice is lighter density, it's collect on the surface of the water, hence it will not affect the life of the water bodies, the plants and animals. Underwater, the aquatic life will not get disturbed because of this. Now we will answer this question in the same manner. Under your use your brain power, we have one question. In a cold countries, how do aquatic animals remain alive even after the river or lake freeze in winter? Just now I have given you a few overview of this one. That is how it will be. The ice has collected on the surface of it, and that's why it will not get affected to the aquatic animals. So we will how we can answer it? Due to the anomalous expansion of water. The expansion of water is anomalous. The lake, river or any other water bodies freeze only on the upper layer, because the upper layer only will be the collecting the less dense content, that is our ice. Okay, and In a cold countries, the temperature is very low. Sometime it reaches even the below 0 degree. In such a time, the temperature of upper layer of water decrease and becomes lesser than the 4 degree Celsius. See, till the 4 degree it will behave as a normal, and once it will reach to the 4 degree, water has a maximum density, sorry. At a 4 degree, the water's maximum density will be a 4 degree Celsius. So, this dense water start moving to the deeper layer. Okay, the space of the downside lake portion will be occupied by this 4 degrees Celsius, that is the denser water. The deeper water come to the top to replace the cold water. That means it's like a stream. This upper water, which is a 4 degree, it become a denser and comes down to the bottom of it, and whichever the water present at the downside, it will start coming to the top side to replace the cold water. The upper layer, when it reaches to the 0 degree and start freezing, at a 0 degree, the water starts converting to the ice. The lower layer, however, remain at a 4 degree. As it is dense, the always means whichever the 4 degrees Celsius water will be there will be maximum density they are having. So they will be at the lowest of it, or the bottom of it, we can say. The lower layer, however, remains at the 4 degrees Celsius and is in the liquid state, and the aquatic animals remain safe in this water because the 4 degree cannot be freeze. For freezing, it requires 1 degree or 0 degree, so the bottom's water will be unfreezed, and due to that the animals remain safe. Due to ice cover on the top, the external lesser temperature do not reach to the lower layer. One more protection they have got, that is very cold temperature of outside environment will not be reached to the liquid because it's like a covering out to that leg of the ice. So it became the partitions among the outside environment and inside the water. Therefore, aquatic animals remain alive even after the river or lake freeze in the winter, because though they look like a freeze, they freeze only the top of it, not throughout the from the inside. Whole it cannot freeze. Okay. Now, today you are going to learn about effect of density. How the density affected the substance. For this, we will take one activity. For this, student should refer page number 21. And this simple activity you have to perform in your home. It simply requires a potato, water and salt. The ingredients which are easily available in our house. Okay. For this, what we have to do, take a 2 big glasses of water, and what we will do after that, add 4 to 5 spoon of salt to the water in 1 glass. Just mark these 2 glasses by the A and B. Now we will place the salt into the A glass and dissolve it completely. With the spoon we will make it dissolve completely. Now place a potato in the water in a second glass. Second glass means the glass B we will place, and the potato will sink. See, here it is. This we will consider our solution A. Okay, we will replace the names. So better we will go with the textbook's names. The A container which is shown is the water which does not contain the salt dissolved into it, and the B container is the salty water. In that 4 to 5 spoons of salt we have added to the same water. Okay, and what experiment we are doing? we have placed a potato into the first glass, that is glass A, which does not contain any salt. So what we have observed that the potato will sink. It went to the bottom of that glass. Now we will remove that potato and we will place it into the second glass, glass B. And we have found that potato start floating on the surface of glass, which contains the salty solution, which contains the salt dissolved into the water. Okay. Now why this is happen? That we will see now. Before that, we will answer this one. Why it is easier to swim in the sea than a well or a lake? You may experience this. It is easy to swim in a sea rather than the lake or a well. If we see the taste of sea water, it's salty as compared to our well and lake. That means there is a more amount of salt dissolved into the sea. So what's the result of this? Can you compare this both situation? See, till uh, till the time we have not dissolved the salt into the water, the potato sink into the bottom. But when we have added the salt to it, the potato start floating on the water. This is because as we add the salt to the water, the density of water will increase. Because of that, what will happen? Water density will increase. Hence, the potato will start floating on it. And it is the same reason that is why it is easier to swim into the sea than the well or lake. Well and lake water is sweet and the sea water is salty. Salty means there is amount of salt present into the sea is more. That's why that density will be increased. That's why the objects start floating on it. Okay. Now these things we will see further. In above this activity, what inference we can do from this? In above activity, the salt dissolve in the water in the glass. That is, it disappear. Disappear means it completely get dissolved into it. Okay. And what happen when it disappear like this? What happen? See, the density of water in the glass is greater due to the dissolved salt, and the potato float in the water because increase of density of it. Got it? That means salty water is having the high density as that of normal water. Now, as we have added the salt, still can you identify, if I keep the two glass in front of you, in one I have added the salt and in one it's the normal water. Is it possible for us without testing it that one glass is contain the salt water and one is not? It is not possible. Why it is? Because it dissolves completely. We are unable to identify. We are unable to see the small particles of small salt. So when the salt dissolves in water, its particles spread into the water. Slowly they become smaller and smaller, and ultimately they become so small that cannot be seen. That is, they mix completely with water. And this is what called as dissolving. Dissolving means completely mixing with any substance is called as dissolving. Okay. Now, with this scenario, we have three concepts to learn: solute, solvent and solution, that we are going to see one by one. See, what is meant by solute now? The substance that dissolve. So, in our case, what has dissolved? The substance which you are going to add into the water now, that or water or any liquid substances the smallest content of which we are going to add to the another liquid and which will be dissolved is called as solute. So the substance that dissolve is called as solute. In our case, the salt is the solute. If we take the sugar and water combination, the sugar will be solute into that. Next we have solvent. The substance in which the solute dissolve is called as solvent. See, the solute in what in which you are going to place now, that substance is nothing but the solvent. In our salty solution case, or the salt dissolved into the water is called as solvent. Now next, by combining these two, what you will get is called as solution. So what will be the definition of it? A solution is that what we get when the solute dissolve into the solvent. The mixture of them is called as solution. So in our example, salt is solute, water is solvent, and what solution we get? We get the salty water as in the form of solution. Now take an example of sugar into the water. In this case, solute will be sugar, solvent will be of course again the water, and solution will be a sweet water. The taste of water will be sweet water or sugary water. Okay. Now we will enlist the properties of water and the uses of their properties. Okay. Use of water according to their property. Now what is the first property? Water is useful for transport due to the fluidity. What is meant by fluidity? I told you this. Water is in a flowing consistency, that it is flow from the higher level to the lower level. By considering this property, water is useful for the transport, that is for taking the goods from the sea path. Water fall down from the height is used to generate the electricity with the help of generator. By using this property, that is water always flow from the higher level to the lower level, from the top position, that is from the height or from the hill, the water flows in the more forceful. Because of that, by using that energy, we are generating the electricity with the help of generator. Next we have water is a good coolant. Water is used to cool any substances. So water is a good coolant. So by using this property, how we can make a use of it? It is used in motor vehicle to control the temperature of engines. Next we have, it is a universal solvent. Even in your exercise we have this question, why it is called as universal solvent. Here is the answer for it. Many substances are soluble in water, means almost all the things are dissolved into the water. Water is universal solvent, hence it is called as universal solvent. Water is used as a solvent in factories, laboratories, foodstuff, and in a various type of biological process occur in the body, such as digestion and excretion. Even in your human body, the water works as a solvent. Last, we have water is used for cleaning purpose. What is used for cleaning purpose, such as for bathing, washing, cleaning the utensils. As it is easily available at cheap cost, the water is also used to clean the things. That's it for today. Tomorrow we are going to start a new topic, that is soil. Your today's homework is you have to write this uses of water according to their properties in your notebook. This all 4 points, and just highlight that points which I have underlined here with the red mark. Sometime the questions will asked in this manner. Explain the properties of water related to the fluidity. In this manner, if it is asked, you should be able to answer it. Okay.